How you doing, folks? This is going to be the first of a series of lectures I'm going to do on the anatomy of existence, which is the title of my book, pamphlet. It's not going to be a book. I don't want to scare you. Like it's going to be a whole lot of reading, but the pamphlet is going to be called "The Anatomy of Existence and the Power of Thought and Belief." The reason I am doing this series of lectures is to empower and inform young people and to inspire and hopefully fascinate young people with information and instructions uh, on existence. That will include who you are, why you exist, and what your purpose is in existence. Okay? The way I'm going to structure this is it's going to be very slow paced. It's going to be, I'm going to try to give you a heads up on the vocabulary. I'll try to explain the words that I'm going to be using and why I use the words that I am going to use, and kind of give you the same energy and cadence as I pace this out that will allow you to absorb this information in the best possible way. Everybody, we all have different levels of education. We have a lot of us have different abilities to focus and pay attention. I am not going to try to speak to everybody. Everything is not meant for everybody. Some things are meant for people who are ready. If you're not ready, you will not be able to follow this. Your mind may be moving too fast. If that's the case, move on and go and get what you need from whoever you need to get it from. This is meant to be for those who have what I call ears to hear and eyes to see. And those of you who are what I call ready, when you're ready, your ears will be receptive. I always say that truth has a ring. It has been said by many other philosophers and teachers and what I call great thinkers. And that's one of the things I want to really try to give you here is the ability to become a great thinker. And once you become a great thinker, or you learn the skills of thinking, or what I call critical thinking, you will be able to ask the right questions, and the questions will give you the answers. A lot of times, what you want to know will come to you because you asked the right question. Okay? Everybody's not meant to get everything. And you may not get everything from me right now. But maybe I'm the person that's going to be the John the Baptist for you to baptize or initiate you into this level and kind of learning that will get you on the path that you need to be on And the path I'm talking about is the path that introduced to me, which is called the path of righteousness. This is the path of the righteous person. And the fact that you're even looking at this video, it tells me already that you must be ready. The fact that you will continue to be able to look at this video tells me that you are ready. Enough of that already. Okay? But that's how this whole thing works. Those who have ears shall hear. Those who have eyes shall see. And the truth will be revealed to you because you're ready to receive the truth. When I started my study, and that led me, raising the questions that led me to this path, was because I was ready. I was looking for answers. I knew something was missing. I was seeing things that was telling me things that I wasn't getting from the school. I wasn't getting it from the church. I wasn't getting it from the political and social organizations and lectures that I was going to. I started getting pieces of it when I began to reach out for answers. I had already initially, when I started this search for knowledge, I stumbled onto my oldest brother, Bobby, was very into Masonic and Black liberation types of studies, and he had in his search for knowledge, he stumbled onto something called the Rosicrucians, and I stumbled onto one of his pamphlets. And at the time when I stumbled onto that, the Rosicrucians was structured in a way where anybody could join. To this day, you still can join. They made it seem like you had to, and I don't know if it's changed. For me, this is over. I'm 65 now. I stumbled onto this actually when I was about maybe 16, when I stumbled onto this. So for me, that was like 50 years ago. And that's when I read the very first pamphlet, which was what they call the level of, and in that pamphlet they explained all the different levels and the structure. And when you go to the website, which I'll put up in a slideshow in a few minutes, you will see that they do this right off the bat. They give you the structure on how the Rosicrucians, what their objective is, and how they structure their instructional information, and their the way they give you the knowledge that they have for you, and what your requirements are, and what the standards are, and what the levels are that you have to achieve before you can move on to the next step. And it's masterful. This is the stuff that were the Rosicrucians, I later found, was the primary metaphysical and spiritual instructional group that has been in existence for thousands of years. They were in existence when the vast majority of people on the planet could not read. And they already knew this stuff. So this goes way back. This is not me. I'm just giving you what was given to me. This is like a totem pole kind of. I'm passing the baton on to you like it was passed to me. And the way this thing works, this is something you stumble onto when you're ready. If you're not ready, you'll stumble onto it, look at it, won't know what it means, and keep walking. And that's exactly the way it should be. When you're ready, you'll stumble onto it, look at the same thing. Everybody will stumble onto it, but you will look at it and you will see answers where other people will not see answers. That's how this goes. It's crazy. It's very hard for me to explain. I'm going to get into some really deep stuff in a minute that's going to really be hard to explain. Okay? But I'm doing my best. And you know what? I know for a fact, and I'm comfortable in the fact that when I'm done, I'll reach exactly who I'm supposed to reach at the time I'm supposed to reach you. And that I'm confident in without any reservation, without any doubt. Okay, so what I'm going to cover in this first, I want to get going. We've been going for about 11 minutes now, and I really only want to make each one of these 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cover in this total first lecture series, which is going to be several 15. I'll try to keep it to just 15 minutes. I want to cover the subjects, the purpose, and the objective, which is to empower and inform young people, and hopefully to inspire and inculcate a sense of fascination with learning. And I hope that the things I'm going to talk to you about, you will find so exciting, you'll be on the edge of your seat, as I was when I first heard about this. But I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to hit you upside the head with some really heavy stuff. I'm not going to give you the slow burn that I got when I started, because when I started, like I said, that was 50 years ago, 40 years ago. That's a whole different time. You guys are next level. This is you millennials. You are X-men. This is serious business. I am not pulling no punches with you guys. Your vocabularies are going to be up to speed, and whatever you don't know, I'm going to make sure I cover it. So when I do mention a word, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? We're going to cover. All right. I'm going to inform you and instill the information I'm going to give you. What it's going to bring you is a sense of peace, a sense of joy, a sense of confidence, and one of the best sense of clarity. And it's going to remove all doubt. You will have no more doubt. And most of all, it's going to remove fear. Because as long as fear is around, you're going to have trouble receiving things. And the first thing I got to remove is doubt and fear. And that can only come through knowledge. So I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to give you the weapons. I'm going to give you the nunchucks. I'm going to give you the lightsabers. Okay? Because I'm going to blast you with some cold, hard, unequivocal, this ain't going to be nice. Okay? I'm going to hit you right in the teeth, right between the eyes with the real deal. Okay? And if you don't want to believe me, I'm not asking anybody to believe me. I'm asking you just to hear what I'm saying to you. Let me give you the tools. And then what I want you to do is go out there and verify with other sources. Don't just take my word for it, because what I'm telling you is stuff I have verified with, I can't tell you how many people. This is I've been doing this for 40 something years. So I cross all kinds of different lanes. But anyway, I want to remove the fear and I'm going to remove the doubt. And the biggest thing I want you to stop being afraid of right off the bat is I'm going to empower you with the knowledge of when I hit you with this, or when you find out who you are, there will be no more jiving around with fear of three things. Number one, death. This we're going to put to bed right up front. Hell and heaven, we're going to put those two myths to bed right up front. Those are mind control components that we're going to put to bed right up front. When you tap into who you really are, and you know who you really are, heaven and hell, that's for the kids. That's for the neophytes. You're a neophyte, but this is for the neophytes who didn't even come into the room, didn't even get into the building. They're somewhere uh, in the desert somewhere, roaming around, still trying to figure out which way is up. Okay? Then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to give you everything you need to know so that you understand who you are and what powers you have within you that you just have not tapped. You can't tap what you don't know. You can't know what somebody doesn't tell you. And what I'm going to do is tell you all of that. Okay, I'm over my time limit. That's it for this movie. The next movie, I'm going to actually go right into the good stuff. Okay, I'm a minute over, and I'll see you in the next movie.